Hey, let's go to the moon! No human has walked on the moon since the Apollo 17 mission in December 1972. That's 48 years ago. On the upcoming Orion mission, though, the astronauts will stay on the moon for much longer, for months at a time. So now, NASA's Exploration Technology Development Program is working on everything that will be needed to make the moon a place where a crew of astronauts can live for months at a time. Explorers from Earth will have to build their own habitat. A habitat is a place where an organism makes its home. A habitat meets all the environmental conditions an organism needs to survive. The main components of any habitat are shelter, water, food, and space. The astronauts' moon habitat has to support them like no habitat on Earth could ever do. Why? There is no atmosphere on the moon. Our moon doesn't have an atmosphere because it is too small and it doesn't have a strong magnetic field. With no atmosphere, that means no protection from the sun's harsh radiation and no protection from tiny micrometeoroids, also known as space rocks, that rain down on the moon's surface. In contrast, Earth has more mass to hold its atmosphere close and a strong magnetic field to protect it. On the moon, the temperature varies from 387 degrees Fahrenheit below zero at night to 253 degrees above zero in the day. So a moon habitat for humans will have to be very tough and very sturdy. It will have to be airtight, so the inside can be pumped up with breathable air without exploding or leaking. The habitat will have to be cooled during the moon day and heated during the night. It'll need a water recycling system, a power generating system, and a food storage and preparation facility. And all these materials to build the moon habitat need to be lightweight since they have to be boosted out of the Earth's gravitational field using rockets. The habitat will have to be sent to the moon in pieces and assembled by the explorers once they arrive, so it should be easy to put together since the moon explorers will have to be working in spacesuits as they do it. On NASA's moon habitat, the airlock is a small room between the door to the outside and the door to the inside. Both doors must close very tight and not leak any air. For today's activity, you are going to design and build your own moon habitat. And if you have enough materials, you'll even get to make your own airlock. Well, today's activity is going to be very labor intensive and it's going to involve a lot of newspapers. So make sure you have plenty of these. You're also going to need some tape, maybe a couple of different kinds of tape, measuring, scissors, stapler, and either a pen or a pencil, but you're not going to write with it. Just do as much of this activity as you want to do. There's an option to build the entire moon habitat, including the airlock. That's going to take a long time, but it'll be very satisfying if you do it. And then you can just do less than that if you want. However much you feel is appropriate for you, you go ahead and do that, okay? Alright, you're going to start with a few sheets of newspaper opened up like this. And you're going to want probably about 3 sheets of newspaper together. And you're going to roll it into a log. This is where your pen or pencil comes in. You're going to use this to help shape your log. But it doesn't have to be exactly as thin as a pencil. You just kind of use it to get it started. And then roll it all the way up. And when it's rolled up, you take the pencil out. Okay, once you have it rolled up, you're going to have this flap here. And just go ahead and tape that down with a little bit of tape. You're not going to want to go crazy with the tape because you're going to make, guess how many logs? 30 to 40 logs you're going to have to make. So take your pencil out and keep going. I'm up to 8 so far. How about you? One of us ought to put on a pot of coffee, huh? When you have enough logs, you're going to want to trim them just a little bit. They should all be exactly 30 inches. So get out your measuring tape and cut them at the 30-inch mark so that they're all exactly the same length. I'm up to about 15 logs now, and guess what? It's going much faster and I'm getting way better at it. This is like thinner and stronger than my first few, so I'm gonna keep going now. I'm motivated again. Now I'm rolling just 2 sheets at a time, and I'm not even using my pin anymore. I think I just have the hang of it, and it's going better and faster this way now. Good luck to you. I hope that you're catching on as well. Well, I've used up all of my newspaper, and I haven't counted yet, but I don't think I have as many as I wanted. But I'm just gonna try to make it work. So now I'm just going to double check and make sure that everything is 30 inches, and I'll trim everything to make sure it's 30 inches, and then we'll move on to the next step after that. Okay, so it turns out I have 27, and they're all about 30 inches long. Now I'm going to construct triangles out of a few of them. I'm going to make 5 triangles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 logs, spread them out so that they meet at their ends, and then I'm going to staple them together. Here's 1 triangle. Gosh, that was so much faster than rolling them. Now I just want to make 4 more, so I have 5 triangles altogether. Okay, I have my 5 triangles. They're huge! Now you see how I have them all lined up like that? I'm going to staple the bottom parts of them together so that they are all connected. Great, I've got them stapled together. Now I'm going to take some logs and put them on top. Joints with tape. Now I'm going to take 1 more log and I'm going to put it in the joint there that's missing. Look at me, I made my moon habitat. I can live inside of this thing. Now I think since I have some newspapers left over, I'm going to make a top for it. To make my top, I'm going to take 5 of my newspaper logs and I'm just going to connect them in a star pattern. Just like that. And I'll connect them in the middle with staples and tape. There we go, they're all connected. Now I'm going to put them on top of my structure. And here you have it, folks. We've made our moon habitat. Hooray! Great job. You worked really hard. And now you have a new home to live in if you go to the moon. Remember, you can make an airlock if you feel like this has not been enough for you and you want to do even more. You can make an airlock. I'll post a link to how you could do that. But anyway, that was fun. Okay, have a great day. If you want to construct an airlock, you can. And if you want to hang a sheet or newspaper or something over it, you can do that too. Here are the instructions to make the airlock. Just pause this if you'd like to do that. And here are the instructions to cover it with walls. Do as much as you want and have fun.